In a couple of days' time, Netflix is going to be live streaming their first ever execution. Especially after the open workouts were streamed the other day. It's not even a fair fight. I'm going to be honest. So yeah, let's get into these open workouts. Mike Tyson's movement looking absolutely beautiful. The slick emote from Fortnite ain't got shit on this guy. He's bobbing and weaving like he's 22 years old again. And that punch power, I don't even want to fucking imagine it. It's so obvious that he's holding it back as well, because you can see his elbows are jittering just before he punches, so he can hold that power back a little bit. But holy smokes, he's moving around that ring beautifully, especially for his size and his age as well. It's magnificent how well he's able to move. The amount of times I've seen Mike Tyson practice that combo, if he doesn't land it at least 3 times during the fight with Jake Paul, I will genuinely turn up to that stadium myself and shoot Mike Tyson's coach. I mean, that combo is just so fucking beautiful, and if he manages to land that on Jake Paul, he's done for. He will genuinely feel pain like he's never felt before. Now, the only thing I am slightly worried about with Mike Tyson is his stamina still doesn't look to be amazing. However, this is an open workout, so maybe he's just going all out just to scare Jake Paul a little bit. But I will be honest, I can see a little bit of tiredness in his game. Obviously, all of his punches, everything. It's as if he's not even fucking tired. He's literally a machine. But if he's not able to make a quick breakaway on Jake Paul, there could be a bit of a problem later on in the fight. I mean, it's only an 8-round fight, which is going to be like 16 minutes worth of fighting, because I believe each round is 2 minutes. But even so, when you're in the ring against someone and you're constantly putting pressure on them, or they're putting pressure on you, it's quite difficult to maintain your stamina and stay calm. Obviously, Mike Tyson's not going to have a problem with that whatsoever, but with his age and everything else, and his weight as well, it could be a little bit tricky. Anyway, if I'm being completely honest, I'm not worried about Mike. I know he's going to snap Jake Paul up real fucking quick. I think Jake Paul expects this to be a bit more of a show over an actual fight, and a lot of people are describing this as just a show of boxing. But if we're being realistic here, this is Mike Tyson returning to the ring. This isn't any old boxer or any old fighter. We're talking about the greatest of all time. Go ahead, call me a fucking glazer. I love Mike Tyson. I will defend that guy till the fucking end. He's hands down my favorite fighter. I've watched every single one of his fights on YouTube, and for the first time ever, I'm going to actually get to watch him live, and I just know by breaking down his skills, he's going to win. If there's going to be any random 19-year-old YouTuber able to break down this fight properly, it's going to be me. But anyway, now we're going to get into Jake Paul's open workout, because there are a lot of things to point out here which concern me for Jake Paul's health. Okay, so Jake Paul started off with a bit of shadow boxing, which is expected, and I understand not everyone in their open workout tries their best. They like to hide a couple things, but even off the rip here, Jake Paul doesn't seem to be carrying this weight well whatsoever. In the past from Jake Paul, we've seen incredible speed, incredible stamina. We've been able to see him actually throw off decent combos, and I know he's just warming up here, but please just look at the way that he's moving. It just feels thick. I think that's the best way to put it. I can see the fear in Jake Paul's eyes. I genuinely can. I know he's trying to make this entertaining by wearing that stupid chicken hat and probably trolling a little bit on the pads, but even so, there's fear in his eyes. You know, he knows that he's not even close to Mike Tyson in terms of skill here. I mean, Jake Paul's used to fighting at cruiserweight, but he's had to put on all this weight to actually be able to fight Mike Tyson, and heavyweight Jake Paul is slow. Now, I don't doubt that Jake Paul has some incredible power behind those punches, but the way that he's moving is genuinely worrying me, because if you're fighting Mike Tyson, you need to be slick in a way. You know, you need to be able to move around a little bit. You need to be able to rotate around Mike and make sure that you control that ring, because otherwise Mike will control you. I mean, as soon as he's got you opened up, you're fucked. I'm sorry, there's no other way of putting it. You are fucked. And it looks like for Jake Paul, 1, he's not carrying this weight very well. 2, he's not able to move with the weight. And 3, it honestly doesn't seem like he's going to be able to throw genuine punches around Mike, because even when Jake's like slipping and rolling, he's not able to move that much. And I mean, he only hit the pads there for like 5 or 6 minutes, and by the end of it, he's fucking exhausted. He's completely out. But anyway, he then has a little bit of an interview at the end, and you know, he has a couple funny things to say.
I feel really good, sharp, powerful, explosive, and it's going to be a short night for Mike.
Okay, speaking on Mike, we just talked to him, and I know he said he's had more amateur fights than you've had pro fights, so it's going to be an easy evening for him on Friday. What are your thoughts on that one?
It's not about how long you've been doing something, it's about how good you do it.
Sorry, I don't know if this is like a new thing in English or something like that, but I actually don't understand what the fuck this guy's talking about. I completely agree with this quote. It's not about how long you've been doing it, it's how well you do it. But if we put these two side by side in their open workouts, Mike Tyson is just better. There's no other way of saying it. And I know I'm sort of stating the obvious here. It is very clear that Mike Tyson is faster, stronger, carries the weight better. But Jake Paul has to be deluded. I'm sorry, brother. If you just came out at him was kind of neutral and maybe a couple funny jokes, then I'd completely get it. But for some reason, I genuinely believe that Jake Paul thinks he's going to be able to beat Mike Tyson here.
When that career kicks off on Friday, the big question that people are asking, would Canelo be the next fight, finally? Would that happen?
If he's not a fucking puta.
There's the answer.
Right, yeah. Canelo. Jake, what are you even thinking? I know Jake Paul is quite a good boxer. I genuinely don't hate the guy. I actually think he's quite cool now. You know, the old Jake Paul, we can forget about that. The Jake Paul that we have now, sound guy. He's alright. But when it comes to his selection of opponents for boxing, you have to sort that out, man. Like, actually get yourself into a professional league. Obviously, you still have to fight big names because your name is fucking massive. But going from fighting a couple of people, getting some cool highlights and easy knockouts, to then step to Mike Tyson and then Canelo, brother, you are actually fucking bizarre. You are bananas. But yeah, best believe I'm going to be staying up until whatever time this fight starts, because holy shit, I'm so excited for it. It's my first ever time watching Mike Tyson fight live. And yeah, Mike Tyson, go kill this motherfucker. I might even put a little bet on there. I don't advise betting, by the way. Do not bet. Do not bet on this fight. And yeah, that's about it. See y'all.